definitely the best policy. So we're gonna switch gears real quick, and we're gonna do, I guess, a little game you can say. It's called ranking, right? So I'm gonna throw out what women are concerned about as far as how men view it, right? The first thing I'm gonna toss out. I'm gonna toss out the ranking, which is 1 to 10, right? I'm gonna say for fair, right, that 1 to 4 you don't really care about, right? 5 to about 7, where either way it matters, but it's not that serious, right? 8 to 10, that's a deal breaker, right? Like it has to be how we want it in order for us to even move past the initial stage, right? All right. So the first topic, or the first category, is physique. Now on the survey, 47% of men said physique is an 8 to them. How do you guys rank it? I rank it around the same time. I would say it's an 8 for me.
Yeah.
Same.
I think I put a 7 on the survey.
Yeah,
I put a 7 as well.
7.
I probably put an 8.
Yeah. Okay. So physique, and when we say physique, we don't mean like you have to have enhancements in any particular area. No, what we're saying is that your physical appearance, your physique, has to be appealing to us in order for us to even move forward. Right. The next category is face. On the survey, 35% of men said face was an 8. And I'm gonna say the same for myself. I would say an 8, definitely an 8. If I can't look at you and be attracted to you and want to kiss you and want to see your face, then definitely I'm not gonna go further.
Yeah, I gotta wake up like, ooh.
I put 9 on mine.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right. Okay.
I'm a politician. I
I
can't.
don't want to like stray from the rating, but like, so we talking about face? Are we talking about like face?
Like it
Natural
has
face?
to be attractive. No.
Because
We're
women
talking
put on
about.
faces.
We'll get into that. But this,
Women put on
when I
faces.
say face,
You talking about
right? We're
natural.
talking about
What they look like
no,
when
not
they wake
natural.
up.
We're not get into
When they wake up?
Yeah,
The
we
club
talking
face?
about
the church face.
we talking about the face you see when you're like, yo, okay, this is my girl. I can introduce you to her because
Take off the
I'm
mask?
attracted to her. Right.
Nice
Bro,
face.
I need
Now,
to know
mine
when
is,
I wake up.
that face.
All right, the wake up face. If you like the wake up face, that's the
Wake
face
up.
that we rate.
Well, I'm a person that doesn't like makeup, so I prefer a natural.
Yeah, I'm going for
Right,
natural.
we'll get into that.
Sorry.
With the face,
I'm an
The
8.
makeup's
I'm an
cool, but
8,
I want to
9.
fall in love
I'm
with
an 8,
your
9
face.
face.
yeah. Okay. So the next one is bust size.
Bust.
I use the
bust.
Good word.
Bust is up here.
Yes.
The bosom.
on the survey.
Great word.
That's the highest ranking on the survey was 28, and it that was 20% of men said it was a 5. And honestly, I feel the same way. To me, bust size doesn't matter. Small, big, it doesn't really matter to me. Like if I got
Bust
something
size
to work
don't
with,
matter.
you know, if you got a mouthful or a handful, you know, I'm good to go.
Right on.
Right on, brother. Right
No,
on.
no objections there. Moving along.
So the next category was posterior size.
Oh, the wagon. The wagon.
Yes. It's called many names.
It's called many names.
It's called the wagon.
The trunk, depending on the size SUV.
Cameron, you went from intellect to like just
Okay, so the highest ranking was a tie.
I wouldn't.
It was 19% of 7 and a 10. So for some guys, this is a deal breaker. If your posterior size is not on point with them,
God.
That wagon ain't dragging. They ain't having it.
that wagon ain't dragging. We ain't having it.
If you ain't go to Costco and fill that trunk up, where you gotta push the thing in.
I'm at a 5.
You at a 5.
I'm at a 5.
Yeah, I'm at a 5.
I'm at a
Personally,
5.
I'm at a 5 as well.
I'm 5 plus.
To me, it.
I'm
plus.
definitely 8,
5 plus.
5 is here though.
5 and up.
I'm from Uptown. I'm from the
That's a
Bronx.
different-
man. There's a lot of cake uptown.
5 is like the letter R.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
like,
lot
no,
of
alright.
cake up.
5
So
is like the
I would say,
lowercase
look,
R.
I would say if
I'm about an
If-
8 or 9.
Yeah.
I'm a 10. I'm 9.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I put like a 7.
Alright, I'm an upward
Like
5.
a
But you
7.
know, like,
All right, so
That's how I pick on my plate.
this next one is actually a very big one. It has one of the highest percentages in the entire survey. It's personality,
Yep.
oh yeah.
and personality got 62% at 10.
Yes.
So that is a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Forget your
Yes,
posterior size, your bust size, all that other stuff.
You ain't got no
If your
personality.
personality
Fact.
sucks,
Quiet.
Yeah.
we even have a conversation. I'm not looking in your direction. Don't even come over here, right?
I mean, you may look,
10.
but that's it.
Right, you can even look a 10, have
Yeah.
like all the nice physical features, but if your personality is trash,
Quiet.
it's
Yeah,
quiet.
that's definitely a 10.
You
It's a
know,
turn
if you
off.
don't know certain things, you just gotta leave the room.
Word.
You don't get to go.
Right, you do
You
not,
don't
you do not get to
Now,
go.
all right, so this next one is pretty interesting.
Wow.
But it ended up on a survey after having several conversations with people, and the next one is breath.
Oh, deal breaker.
But that could change that.
Deal. No.
Let's go listening,
Guys,
Wait. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
this one has actually the highest percentage. Surprisingly, at 71% of
Oh,
men
wow.
rank this at a 10.
Yes.
This is a deal breaker.
Nobody.
If your breath is yamming,
Now, I agree it's a deal breaker, but why did you say, like, what do you mean when you say it could change? Because I'm assuming this is like a...
you want to take it to the dentist, bro?
No, I mean,
No,
listen.
that's
listen,
only work.
It could be diet. I mean,
Oh, no, agree.
Like-
I agree
Right.
like
there.
that's not like. I mean, you
So,
can fix that.
so the real question is, how long you gonna put up with
Yeah,
it?
how long
That's
would you
that's the
deal?
thing
Right.
because like
It
you
should
know,
be no, like
we
first
talking
off,
about
Because
meeting
it
somebody.
actually borders with
What
the
are we
next
talking
one that we're gonna get into.
on
Which,
first sight, like when you first
Right,
meet
when you
them?
first
yeah,
meet
like
them.
that.
Nah,
All right,
nah,
yeah,
nah.
If you've been with
Like
them
the
for a
first-
minute,
How you even gonna get to know them when you can't
Nah,
even
nah,
like...
you can't get to know
like-
a person.
When you put up the
Like
time
that.
shield on, you know, and
I,
just like.
I ain't gonna lie, I was very shallow at 21 years old. It was 21? 23, 24, whatever. I was in Brooklyn College. I don't remember. the age.
Shout out to Brooklyn College.
Shout out to Uni.
And I dated a
Yeah.
very beautiful young woman. She had everything. She had intelligence, 4.0 GPA. She had a nice bust, nice posterior. However, her breath was kicky.
But what was her
And
personality?
her personality was great. Her personality, she was very loving. She was shy. She was like a kind of reserved person. But I kind of liked that or whatever. So I actually dealt with her for like a good 2 months. Dealing with this thing.
But no,
and
but wait, hold
honestly,
on.
I
Did you
said-
give her hints though? Like,
I did. I
hey,
dropped
babe,
it. Every time we
it's
got
a
together,
tic-tac.
I would pull out a gum or a mint, and I was like, I would pop one first, right? Just to make her feel comfortable. Like that's
You gotta
straight.
pop it first.
You gotta
You can't
pop
just
it
do it.
first.
You gotta have a
And then you pull it out like,
Yeah,
hey, you want one?
conversation,
And to be honest,
You gotta have a
her
conversation.
first couple of times she told me, nah, she's good. I'm like, you sure? I was like, you sure? Okay. I'm gonna get you some juice. You want some juice?
Like, you sure now?
delivery. Now I don't think that
Should
there's
put
an
Melissa in
easy
her
way
juice,
to
man.
bring
Yeah, but
this
you gotta have the
conversation to the
conversation.
forefront, but
Yeah.
like delivery is everything. on this.
Delivery
Like, you know,
definitely
you
is
can't-
everything.
It gotta get
Like,
delivered.
Sometimes some people gonna need a roll like yo.
Sometimes
I
the
need
easiest
you,
way is to just rip
I
that
need you
band-aid
to, I need
off.
you to
Yeah.
restart your day,
Listen.
go back home, brush your teeth, and then come back around.
Or just kiss her with a mint in your mouth.
Kiss her with a
See,
rip.
but
You're very loving man. I like this guy. He gets chances.
That's cooties.
Damn right.
You don't even know what caused that breath. You went to swap.
I
You gonna
mean,
kiss her with his mouth closed though? Like,
I mean,
All right, so
listen, come on,
the
come
very
on.
next one, we move forward, was is hygiene.
That's a
Yeah.
And hygiene is at 81% and it's a 10. Yeah, right? So we all really don't have to discuss that.
We don't have to. We do not have to discuss
We
it.
gotta discuss hygiene. That's a given. All right, so here's another big one. It's called hair. All right, so it's a tie. No, it's a tie on your head.
What?
What are you getting at?
I mean, they look like a
No, no,
Fourier,
no.
you know what I'm saying?
No. All right, so no. How important is your hair to a man?
Okay.
So we actually got 2 deal breakers at a tie. At both 19%. It's an 8 and a 10 for most men, right? So your hair doesn't matter if it's your hair, natural grown hair, you bought it or whatever. As long as it has to look good. What? Listen,
Okay, yeah.
Your own
purchased
hair,
it,
you
right?
purchased it,
Okay.
right.
As long as it looks good,
Right,
it has
right,
to
right.
look on point. If your hair is looking crazy, we didn't really want to be seen with you.
But I didn't understand that one because it was like what kind of like
hair
is it
comes with
long
so many-
hair? Is it because
It's
I-
all
I-
on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
your
But it
preference.
was kept.
It's
Yeah.
your purpose. Like, how are you ranking? Are you saying like, yo, if your hair ain't looking good, I can't mess with you? Like that's really the purpose of it, right?
Okay, got it.
The next one, I think was, I won't say surprising, but it was a little eye-opening. It actually was height, right? And height, I guess a lot of women that I've spoken with are concerned about how men will view them as far as height. And it's actually a tie for a 5 and an 8. So most men don't really care about it, right? Now I know for women, on the flip side, doing my own survey on that aspect, a lot of women don't want a man that's shorter than them,
Yeah.
right?
Until they meet me.
You're right. There's short dudes that do pull some good swag on
Some
on
real tall ladies.
on real tall ladies.
They
You know
climb
what
that
I'm saying?
tree.
All right, cool. So, all right, so we'll move on to the next one, and it's actually physical presentation. Physical presentation got 33% at a 10, and that is just how you're put together, how you brought everything together, your hair, your clothes, how your body looks, right? So if you're in the gym, if you're not in the gym, if your presentation just makes us go wow. Consistently, right? Exactly.
Presentation
care.
is everything.
Like,
Presentation's everything.
I feel like just care. Just
Yeah.
like,
I can't bring
Yeah.
the city hall to dinner. And
Like,
like,
it's
you're making me look bad.
It's,
Right. Now, we have another
right.
very interesting category. And before I announce, I'm gonna say we're all men of color here. Yes. Right. And this next one is actually very big for a lot of women, and it's skin color. And this is a 33% at a 1.
That's amazing.
Women,
Right?
they don't care about skin
No,
complexion.
us.
Oh.
Men, we don't care about skin
about
color.
complexion.
Right?
You could be
So
purple.
33%, the majority of men saying that they don't care what your skin color is, whether you're light skinned or you're dark skinned. Right? It's like we don't discriminate against you. We love you as you are. Now, anybody has any objections?
this one
I took
was
this
this,
as
this
racist.
one was was a little weird for me because like it's for me it's not the skin color. Culturally though, those that's
Right.
that's
Right.
where it gets interesting for
Right.
me because it's like
So tell us more.
it-
So
it-
would you date Rachel Dozier?
I mean,
Your spirit is black.
Look, but this my answer is
If you
there
like
just
black
has to
women,
be-
ain't nothing wrong with.
as a black man, there just has to be some level of understanding and just like
Yeah.
cultural
Cultural
awareness. Like
Right.
if like, and for me, it really only comes into the picture when I'm dealing with like with a white woman or like someone who is more privileged. A lot of times they don't understand like what's going on.
Exactly.
Like so like that's
Exactly.
extremely frustrating having to explain everything. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. But you know what I mean? Like I'm black community, like the Latin community, like we share a lot of like common interests, and, like, common struggles. So that's what I'm saying. That can work.
Right.
That can work. Right.
I mean,
work.
us,
Like, hold on now,
and I
brother.
think women could attest to it that men, especially men of color, don't really discriminate when it comes to skin color in that aspect, especially amongst our community, in our urban community, where you're a light skinned person or you're a dark skinned person. I think most women are actually just concerned because, and I won't just say just women, but men as well, there's always been like this rivalry of skin tone, team light skin, team dark skin, right? So this is kind of why this category came about, because does that weigh into your opinion or into your choosing of a mate?
Well, so for me, I want to say on a personal note, because for many years, and I was not proud of my skin color because I was constantly made fun of. And now I wish I was 2 shades darker, because when I was made fun of, it was hurtful, you know? Because knowing my culture, knowing my people, knowing my history, if you were light-skinned, you were already better than me. So you was already gonna get the best girls, the best whatever, right? And for me, I was like, you know what? Thank God I have a beautiful black woman. But I've always said, like, I want somebody even my shade or darker, because I want the world to know and feel the power of our blackness. Because I'm sick and tired of us putting us in these categories, and let's call it what it is, because I did my own research too. We are the ones that get more aggressively stopped and approached than most of you all that are caramel or light skin that wants to brag about it. And that's real things that's happening all the time. So, I'm going to be bold and say if I was single, I'm not dating anybody that is lighter than me.
Yeah.
I want somebody that's just as dark as me, if not dark.
I agree.
Point blank, period.
Hey, I'm the same way. All of my women, women that I've been serious with, and it's just a personal thing. I love dark skinned women. Like, I don't know what it is. And my mother's light skinned. Both of my sisters are light skinned, and I love them to death because they're my family. But from a kid, I don't know. It was just. Yeah.
I too want, like Tim said, somebody that's culturally aware. However, a serious relationship gotta be a black woman. And whatever shade, I don't discriminate in shades, because some women, they don't have traces in that. But that's why the cultural awareness. But definitely a black woman.
Yeah, yeah, you go ahead, bro.
Well, I will have to jump off the ledge because
Jump, brother, jump.
That's so stupid.
It's all right.
So
it's a vote for everybody.
Yes. And we will all win one.
That's right.
Just a different stops.
Word,
So with that being said, so I'm currently dating a white woman. Yes, that some of you know. Madly love her a lot. Actually, first time I ever dated a white woman. Like, I never saw myself dating a white woman. Coming from the South Bronx, born and raised. Yes, of course I was teased, whatever. But I dated, throughout my life, I dated every type of, cultural background. Dominican, Puerto Rican, even though we all people of color, everyone with different shades, whatever. I didn't expect to connect and vibe the way I'm currently connected, and never I would never have experienced that. It's like saying, I was taught one time, someone told me a story. This woman was saying how she was describing to a guy her perfect man, and the man answered, "What about if God gave you everything and he rolled up on you in a wheelchair?" You know what I'm saying? It's like it's exactly what you wanted, but it came in a different package. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that because the previous women I've dated, they were all beautiful. They all are great individuals, but they weren't for me. And once I found the person I feel that I'm most connected with, that's why I chose it. And to answer the question prior, that's why I didn't look at color. I looked at happiness. I looked at, I looked at what a real relationship is without color. So that's
real, man.
That is real. Kind of distracted me from what I was gonna say. Color definitely. I go back to the cultural aspect. I grew up around culture. Jamaican. Both my parents are Jamaican. Heavy culture, right? Jokingly, you would always get the "don't bring no white woman home" conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you a joke.
But you know, I don't think that is what deterred me from ever dating a white woman. I always said that if I found a white woman that I could connect with, whatever that looks like, I would go for it. You know what I mean? Or I would see what's up. But at the same time, like, culture is a huge thing where it's like, I think about the foods I like to eat, the places I like to go, the things I like to watch. If we can't sit and do that together, and you're like trying to enforce, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like I've always connected with Black and Latino women. I got a thing for Latino women. But I love my Black women as well because my family is Black. But like, I've noticed and I've heard I have a type.
What's the type?
Lighter Black, lighter skinned
Light,
women.
bright, 2 shades of white.
I don't discriminate, but like
Natural
I've
hair.
noticed that natural hair is definitely a thing. But like in the sequence of people that I date, they end up being lighter than me, for instance. But I'm not gonna say and be like I have an issue with the dark skinned Black woman. Because I think the blacker the woman, sometimes they are the most beautiful. Like I see some really dark Black women. I'm like, God, you're beautiful.
All right, so we're gonna do. Oh, you want to give feedback?
Well, I was just gonna like, you know, get on it because, like, you know, the same way there's, like, you know, kind of a disconnect between, like, you know, a lot of Black people and other races, other privileged races. There's also a disconnect between, like, a lot of light-skinned people and dark-skinned people because growing up there's a completely different experience, like, you know, and I feel like we gravitate towards people who have a similar experience. So that oftentimes is a reason why, you know, people will, at least from, you know, from what I've seen, I feel like that's the reason why people will gravitate towards certain skin colors. But yeah, I know personally, I definitely don't consciously go a certain way, but yeah, like you, you know, a lot of the people, my pattern has been lighter skinned women, and that's something that I've been kind of noticing, like over the past couple months, and like, you know, just making sure that I'm open to, because like, you know, we get so wrapped up in like what, and I'm a big thing of this because like my whole childhood I feel like I've been brainwashed by all types of like, you know, bullshit on the TV and just like, you know, so I'm all about like, you know, kind of like reprogramming like the way that I think and the way that I live, you know, to make sure that I'm open to all possibilities, like, you know what I mean?
But I think everybody got different taste buds, right? Like, so, like, if you like lighter skinned women, then go with that, man. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like-
you can't stop
but-
that.
Right,
I mean,
right,
it's conditional,
But it's important to understand where it's coming from.
Yeah,
Correct.
Because
That's right.
sometimes
That's
your
right.
tastes aren't your tastes. It's something. It's
It's a
what you've been
belief.
programmed
Yeah,
to taste.
yeah,
it is a belief sometimes,
Like you're
yeah.
not always open to trying other things. Like it's as literal as your actual taste buds. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like, you know,
like-
like, oh, I don't like white sauces because like when I was a kid, you know. But then
I
like all of a
used to say I
sudden
was
somebody
allergic
drops
to
some.
onion, to raw onions.
Yeah,
'cause I
somebody
just
drops
didn't
some
like the taste of
Alfredo
raw
on you, and you
onions.
be like, oh shit, like.
I like kind of what Tim is
yeah, I don't
saying
like lima
because
beans. I don't eat them.
Right? Yeah, I ain't.
because like for instance, I know a few Black men to be specific who are like, I cannot date a white. I mean, I cannot date a Black woman. Like like I'm talking about real living Black men that are like, I refuse to date anybody that's Black, Spanish. They gotta be white. Like, you know what I mean? Like they really believe that. And to me, that's sickening because that person, like kind of what Tim was saying, is like they may not even realize where that's coming from,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot deeper than you saying like I like white women, because you're really actually saying I will not date this type
And
of
that's
woman.
and
Versus
yeah.
it's like, you know, I'm just continuously finding that type of woman.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
there's a
that's-
difference
yeah, that's
between
completely
being intentional about doing something and then gravitating
Right.
Right.
to it. And
Yeah,
I mean,
of
there
course,
is a subconscious intent where you go into spaces, but like if you walk into a space and you like that painting or you like that particular woman, like that's
But then
okay.
Carol also
Yeah,
really
and
quickly
I don't think,
add-
and I don't think it's not two levels. It's like, you know, I do feel like there are like levels in between. So it's like
Yeah,
there
yeah,
are people
definitely.
that are like extreme like that, where it's like I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
they
block
got
off an entire race.
Yeah.
And, and
Yeah, like-
you know what I mean. And then I think it's even more hurtful when it's your own race.
Right.
But it goes
right.
back to
But-
what because again, this is research I do. I'm a political scientist. I study this,
Yeah.
right? where you're coming from, that's genuine, right? But what that tends to happen is it's a psychological thing because they are afraid to look at themselves. And so they need somebody that's much more lighter than them to have them have that unrealistic reflection that that is me. When in reality, you are not me. And let's not forget the famous quote that this woman did when she was going to threaten to call the police on this NFL player. I will call the police. Who do you think they're going to believe? That is the harsh reality of the risk that you take. And again, I salute you because I do believe there are plenty of women of other colors that, in the name of love, trumps all of that. And I hate to use that word right now because he's there. But at the same essence, we cannot escape that reality that get out syndrome is real.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So let's not be too caught up in that.
So there's a song by Brooklyn
I'm sorry.
rappers, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Black Star, that's their group, and it's called Brown Skin Ladies. And in the beginning, it's a little intro when it goes, you know, I've been conditioned. My conditioning has been conditioned. You know, because he was saying, oh, I like that girls with the nice hair, you know, the nice curly hair and the light eyes. And he was like, what are you, stupid? And he goes, I'm conditioned. It's like, so I understand, you know, that, you know, to understand where you're coming from.